Vítám vás tady ještě jednou, vítám vás i na YouTube. Gentle Mates další zápas, druhý zápas. Ale stejně důležitý zápas, tohle je bonus mimochodem a 2 kg od Xeuse, no, takže to není úplně nice. Minulý tým opět se rozehrývá. Klik má dneska na rozky. Mohl bych narozeninám si nadělit výhru, ne? Čauko, zdravím všechny, všechno nás tady to přivítám ještě. Nice, kadavra. No vidíte to, chat, Minny má tým dneska. Krása, a já mám hlad do pičky. Takže mě nevypisujte už žádný... Oni ho mají na stream nekonty, Francouzi, ten jeho song, kámo. Jo, Click si. Vzdělal fanhax, kámo, je to nějaký počichu, co je?
Xeus clawing one back as he always does, but so much work left to be done. Still need to get on the space. Nearly denied.
Je tu Jay, dobrý vid.
Still though, a significant advantage.
Včera jsem hrál meče v noci, tam řval Minny, ne? A týpek má nože a stejně... Kámo. A proč tam leze proti Eku? Proč tam jde vůbec? Proč tam jde jako? Čemu? Tam je tureta, je to Eko? Čemu chce jako lurkovat? Pane bože, ty vole. To zapnu a hned se musím tady tiltit.
Rifle can be chucked over to one of Zeus's teammates.
Jako co by tam udělal za parčer solo Viper, mi řekni. Ultinka na díle, jo, proti Eku. To je důležitý neprohrát tohle kolo. Komentátora víc potichu. Já chci slyšet tu hru, no, a ty si řvou prostě.
Zeus removes the first of those players as Cracks gets on towards the defuse. Deep position.
Ta raketa tak dlouho letěla, kámo. Nah, not like this, kámo.
A swing from coming to save the day, but he goes down early. And right off when it's FUT. Yeah, that's probably a fair assessment as well, but we have to give the same credit to Mates right now.
Oh, jaký play, kámo.
Gets the value from it this time. It's a kill onto
Navařil Minny, kámo.
This is lovely stuff at the same time.
Dobrý flash.
Try and get something back, but in the meantime, losing players. Oh, this is a really nice choice from as a captain. He's going to fight in towards main deep where he has the flank coming in. Now Zipan is the player who's hot under the collar, where instead it would have been him as the anchor on the site. Zipan wins the fight though. It's just one player. Where is Yetu in all of this? He's hedged his bets and neither of them have come up.
Každý tady ten zápas taky důležitý, no. Tohle jsou ty lepší týmy. V té skupině 100% odpadnou jako koj, to jsou totální trosky. A potom prostě je to jako zápas 5 lidí, mezi kterými každý z nich nechce být poslední, jakoby z těch 5 je postupuje jenom 4. 100% nepostoupí koj, to jsou prostě trosky, vole. Nice. Mini Volk, klasický.
To stall a little longer, the salvos at the feet, and then as he turns his head around, Click has found a different point of entry. SJ's head explodes as the Armageddon goes on site. A slight gap. Mr. Falling in the back. Nano Swarm dropping beside him. And as he tries to play forward, Zeus in support, it's not going to be enough for them. Gentle Mates staring down the possibility of double digits here. As FUT's right round has gone to pot. Atta is going to get one on the fadeaway, but he needs 3 more. Still has an orb to work with as well.
Napsat, kámo, někomu z managementu.
But it won't even get on
nice.
Double digits confirmed, then perhaps they have just hit their stride. And I think as well, considering yesterday's result against BBL, this would rip the group right open, identifying that Zeus has taken a forward position and Gentle Mates straight in towards Kitchen. A lot of pace about this, despite the fact it's an anti-eco and right into the spot.
Yo, Click back.
Doubling up, dishing out all of the damage. I
mean,
if you look at FUT right now, they are so split up from one another. You had that fight in spawn, all of a sudden, trying to fill the gap through the snow pile.
Je tu Jay.
All over them like a rash in terms of what you hope to try and take away from this round. maybe a bit of damage, but credits are building up.
Kamek's ready for this.
Co Blood vaří proti Eku? Je tam klik ještě, OK.
It's only just one. Kada will be the one to finish it off.
Ví o světě? Jak by řekl Minny, ten s tomu rozumí, no.
With it being so harsh on FUT's economy, I mean, you can see both teams looking for it. Zeus looking for a kill, but can't get it.
Pičo, takhle střílím já, kamo, na první deathmatchi. Ne. Nice, dobrý res.
More than two and easily picked up Kamek. Gentle Mates can just go straight into this with an advantage.
Mu řeknou do další mapy, ať tolik nejapuje, ne? Tolik neřve. Počkejte na ultinu hlavně všichni, jinak máte report, kamo. Přísám bohužel všechny reportnu, jestli nepočkáte na tu ultinu, vole. Jestli kráv dobře na shockdart, tak... Nice, kaptan nahulenej. On se bojí shockdartu?
Plenty of time to rotate to beat,
play
around with the map, create pressure points elsewhere in the map to move FUT, and on top of that, they have a player advantage. They just need to be wary of when FUT come back in, they will have the null command.
Yeah, they will. And with the knife just being used on A, Krax has called this rotation ahead of time, missed the fall.
Kamo, jestli ho zabije molíkem toho kadavru, tak se zasere, vole. On neblentí nakonec ani, vole. Kamo, overpikující zmrdí. Ty si jdeš dát turetu na záda a mezi tím ti dva týpci prostě 3v2 píknou a skapou. Já se pojebu z nich, fakt to je next level. Takový tilter kamaráde. No, co má dělat do piči, když mu to trounou dva smrdí? Ne, jsem hater. Jsem hater a nevěřím tomu, že museli umřít, kamo. A to je dobrý, jako jenom, kamo, je mi zle. Je to dobrý pro nás. Je to jedno, Robin, vole. Jestli si myslí, že to zahráli perfektně jeho teammate tu 3v2, tak si to myslí. Je to jedno. Nice. Hezký župan. Zajímavá ultina od toho teža, vole. Píchni to do cí, ty močko. Nice!
At the front of the horde once more, and now Atta to be overwhelmed.
Needs to try and hold on to something, you think?
Ne, to je škoda. Ale jakoby ten call je absolutní masterclass, kámo. Co je poval ten Ardis? Co je poval ten Ardis? Nic, druhá mapa. Zdravíme taktéž na YouTube druhou mapu. Pick od FUT. Kompozičně. To je mirror? Ne, není. Oni hrajou Kaja místo Teža. Prosím, Minny u vás. Komp vyhrál jako Minny na 100%. Komp vyhrál Minny na 100%. Takže nehrát Teža na Fracture, tak to se totálně jakoby sfoukal. Takže to je nejlepší mapa pro něj. Nice, jaká pozička. Ne, Alka ne. Rakety, dobrý plant. Ne, špatný plant, co to je kurva za plant? Kdo to plantu?
Another quad kill full of impact from one
Come
of FUT's longest standing players.
You're looking at where the stun's going though, that's towards top tower in A. A nice combination coming through with the utility.
Oh, Minny, kamo, ty jsi zasranej borec.
Served up from the strat book and executed
co uvařil, kámo.
Once again, Gentle Mates finding themselves in link towards spawn with rotations heading their way.
Kámo, to jsou tak dobrý koly, jebetí. I ty pistolky byly jako, vole, dobrý kolem na piču zahraný situation. Co ti jebe, kámo. Co na ten mini vaří do piči. To je insane. A jsou úplně unique play, kámo, jsem nikoho neviděl splitnout Bčko, kámo, jako taverem, vole, ve čtyřech.
Leading by example once again, as soon as Click gets the slightest scent of blood, he is right there and ready for it.
Crazy, vole.
Any more birthday gifts, perhaps?
Aye, that's what you're looking for, right?
Turning up to his birthday party on his birthday with a birthday gift. Not gonna get it. It's Minny instead. But Gentle Mates are on the board.
Click this time. Look at this. They're getting the space towards CT. Xeus though, catching in transition Kada, and Mr. Fallen making sure to make good of the trade.
Tohle byl divno pathing od všech teda. Jeden vyjde solo, druhý solo do CT. Tohle bylo divný. Jako to tím mluví, tohle se mi nekolnul, jakoby, aby kolnul, že Kadavra ty vyjdeš sám ze smoku, ale to tím sám bohu, že jako mu tam neřekl. Je škoda, vole.
To try and tee up Minny, it doesn't work out. Now the two players stuck on site have to hold up against four players of FUT. The first one got, the second, the third,
Ty pičo.
Themselves through the underpass instead. It is Click solo B.
Ne, asi má skrmy, jo.
Huge fight.
Has to be won cleanly. Cracks needs to hit headshots.
Jako mohl by přijít pozdravit mezi skrimama.
Oh no! Kamek again. Yeah, he looks almost good enough to try and get that double. Xeus though,
Kamek
looks good enough himself. That's a player you can rely upon. Rolling Thunder isn't going to work out. Mr. Fallen's classic is. This is winnable.
Kamek has now died with the aftershock as well.
Prosím, že nemyslí line-up. Jestli myslí line-up, tak volám policii, vole.
It's not quite landed just yet, and only just now starting to stop the defuse. Actually, I don't think it had landed correctly, but it doesn't matter. Minny's found 2 kills, needs a third to make it a third.
Has the cam for contact. Spike hadn't been half, has to jump because of the cam's positioning. Needs to win out. Still, Mr. Fallen trying to beat out, using the stun to at least get half, but just makes out.
The line-up, co ti je bez
was a slow one. Mates didn't see it. This would have been the round to call it, unfortunately. Contact being taken towards drop.
And because it is a little telegraph, this dish control isn't half too bad. The runway put out for Click. Jumping down into danger, into Mr. Fallen. Feet planted on the A side with the rest of FUT following suit.
Depan gets out with 30 points of health.
Walks out of the fire, smoldering his shirt. Giving off smoke, but still alive.
Oni to ještě rotli. Brim to ještě rotl. To jsou hňupíci. Půl to. Pse. Běžte nějak na trade, kámo. Nice, dobrý shot. Nice. Out-aimed. Out-aimed. Prsti. Plenti. Slidni. Typiku, co mu dal. Ne. Couvni jenom, couvni. Je mental!
It's Cracks, you feel like who's in control right now. He's large and in charge. Cracks has sidestepped quite nicely, and with the null command expended, there'll be no more of that.
There's ultimate stuff, not ultimate's utility to come back from. Mr. Fallen finding Minny and Cracks looking to try and
nice Kamik, co dal Kamik, kamaráde.
And on top of that, that's
Kamik dal hrozný. On tam bere frag, aby měl zbraň.
Watch life fade away from him right now as Kada the player to give the all clear. Nowhere to go.
Dobrá, to žloutina. Ne, kurva. Ale to nenapadne holdit jako. Já to tady rozsekám to tady, kámo. Asi málo. Třeba Kadavra, ale na to úplně chči. Ten má 5 rankerů zad.
get out. Kada first in, still Xeus not spoken about.
Mini
Not even
21.
found, and he's gonna activate at
Jo,
the
jo.
right time. Looking to get a player who
Co kurva
constantly
dal.
turns up when he's needed.
Kámo.
That's 4 on the round, and setting FUT up almost for a flawless.
Xeus one off the ace, and yet again he has managed
Jako
to
Xeus
capture
je
lightning
nejlepší,
in a bottle.
gameově je podle mě nejlepší hráč jako nedělám si prdel. Ale tam Iceboxu vysral týpka do zad, si pamatuju, ale a to měl obří krozer, no.
The gunfights that have got to start going their way if they want Click using and abusing the smoke around the side with the
Nice, vrtačka.
2 kills picked up. Is the defuse still coming
On mu to stickuje, ale no.
Yeah, it is.
Mysl Molotov zase. On mysl Molotov po druhý.
Rolling Thunder, so for FUT right now, the brunt of the setup is catered towards the B side of the map.
A ještě s kámošem to je úplně jako to, no ten.
That's a captain that's able to find the first of the kills. Plenty of ultimates invested into this round. It could be huge in terms of the ramifications because Gentle Mates, as you say,
12 vteřin, kámo, to je safe, to je safe.
And so are the opportunities. The time bank is gone, and at the beck and call of the hourglass, the final grains of sand have hit the bottom. It's done. It's Yetu that they've got to try and get past now.
Záleží jaká orga. Některé orgy jsou fakt chudý, kámo. A platí na piču, co jsem slyšel. Nice.
The clear advantage. That's the big thing. You're looking towards the post plan for main.
Look at Susie. He walked out rafters. And as you mentioned, there is a backstab prepared.
Minny na lůrku, prosím, ne throw. Ne throw, nepikujte ho.
Good as Xeus has been.
Dobrý, klid. Vyhráváme nebo prohráváme? Vyhráváme.
Gentle Mates are right back in this. Another pistol where they look like favorites. Spike down and solo fight. A recipe for disaster.
Nice, 4-1.
Zipan continues onwards. Only at a captain.
Ne.
While he has the molly.
Molotov ne. Ten týpek trefuje molotovy. Hlavně na 4v1, kámo, průser.
How long can he really last here? It doesn't look like long at all. Because at the same time though, we're talking in theory. Again, that word comes up, and practice is just going to be a sight hit.
One positive is that Gentle Mates do have the main space. You talk about push and pull, you need some solid ground to stand upon, and actually this plant looks as if it's going to come all the way in. No Click, snatching away at it at the final second. Kamek right there by his side, but it settles for a 2-on-2, and that doesn't seem to be good enough right now. As Xeus has a Bulldog in his hands, it's a real problem, which kind of shuts down, and Atta follows up on. Aftershock here as well. It's the orbital strike actually, and that gives you even further coverage.
Já platím raketu za internet. Já jsem se kvůli tomu stěhoval, tak si říkám, že budu mít co nejlepší internet aspoň. Já mám nějakou tu platinovou verzi. Mám moutu, no. Já bych měl mít větší download, měl bych mít tuhle ten upload. Ale ten download mám nižší, ale jako mě to jedno, to stejně nevyužiju. Nevím, dlouho jsem to nečekoval, no. Nevím, co mám vlastně za ten tarif. A platím jako fakt hodně, no, ale je mi to jedno, protože chci, aby fungoval stream. Ale 100 na 100. Já nevím, kolik bych měl mít podle toho, co je v té smlouvě, já tady měl mít třeba 200 na 100 nebo víc ještě, ale funguje to nějak takhle, prostě nevím proč. Nice, kadavra.
To go, it's like ships in the night. At the same time, that spike not committed, and Kamek trying to get back chaos. Zipan
generate later into the round. It's going to be useful fairly soon because FUT are
preparing. To tak funguje skoro všude. No, jako jo, olo, samozřejmě nemáš jako každý. Nice. Separátní vole vysílač, ale
it's only one player as things stand. Click still with a full belting.
Jakože jsem zaklepat, nestalo se mi, aby cokoliv se dělo a moje připojení jakoby to ovlivnilo nějak extrémně, nevím jak to prostě jakože nestane se, aby mi to kleslo pod nějakou hodnotu a měl jsem packet loss. Packet loss, jsem se to vrtal kámo strašně dlouho předtím. Že prostě ten můj packet loss fungoval tak, že prostě
Oh, horrible strike as well. The trap seems to be going well. It's been triggered, but there's capitalization's just not there at all. I mean, Yetijay's tried to escape in towards the backlines, but Kamek patrolling that, the sheriff towards the defender's spawn, and his forced foot towards the A side, where Zippin stands alone.
He's playing this very defensively as well. Top sight, off angle, where he sets up. That one kill back towards Arcade was everything, but even the rotation can't come quickly enough.
Needs one, maybe even two, but needs to at least get something concrete to work with, and does. It's a 2 versus 2 coming into, if we can get to it, post.
Well, it's a downed KO player though, so it doesn't count for all too much. In the meantime, Kamek able to backfill the space. I don't think FUT are expecting this at all.
I mean, at the same time, Ata Captain's gone searching, so Krax is all alone. Spike in the back pocket. 2 big 1 versus 1s here.
The first of them heading towards spawn. Low HP, both players. Kamek overlooked, and now the spike planted to his position. Ata Captain has the ultimate, and a decision to make. Can he call Kamek's bluff? And can Kamek hold his nerve with the ult in his face? It's 4 instead. From Gentle Mates' new frontman, firing on all cylinders. But we know, of course, it's not the case. Minny left to a stinger. That should suffice at close range. It's Xeus running down the line in towards spawn, not getting out with any more than just the one. It's a complete fake. And Mates have fallen for it. Hook, line, and sinker.
Yeah, and it's the Teho as well that's lost that utility to clear certain spots out. And as the players come through, it's an even trade. Down to 2 versus 2. Kraxes has to commit to the spike.
Second pulse of the neural theft is huge as well, because now they know of the proactivity. And Yetijay's caught in transition. Another 2v2, which is looking like FUT are poised to lose. Minny playing from the site, suppressed, the trap's down, but Kamek still doing his job, supporting as best his efforts he possibly can. A is under lock and key.
Around him as well, the defensive smokes. Yetijay could work with, especially with the weaponry that's in hand. Click already in behind as well, so FUT are boxed in.
Kamek má zase 23-14, minulou mu poměl 20-15. Sunset Zafracture je totální L-move do píče, naštěstí to bude až za měsíc.
Just see Krax's knife has come back up, so if you wanted any tool to get in, you think about using it or just go dry. That's only ever going to end one way. Mr. Fallen taken down, and Gentle Mates now on double digits.
Že jo, pokud nezní ten breeze, potom jedna raketa za briky a jedna raketa za tu pyramidu, kde se plentí a to lítal.
Spike plant in.
Dobrá ultina. Xeus minus. On to utek. Ten Xeus byl full blind a utek. Nice. Minny bejči, bejči. Bejči! Dobrý angle. Ale počkejte, enemy. Spike incident. Nice. Minny, pokrej ho.
Finally taken off the defuse by Fallen. The captain has to stand tall in this situation, but it's Kada instead who makes him a dead man. 11-all on your opponent's pick if you're Gentle Mates. It's a brawl that's about to break out towards Arcade. Stun to start it off. Dropping in his Click. It's a rifle right at the hands of Xeus. A birthday gift from the birthday boy. But does it get any worse? It's a freeze for now.
Gentle Mates want this, but maybe they want it a bit too much. Zippin though, absolutely spot on. Minny taking and getting rid of that null command. Got a Captain Stinger, just a little bit awry. Able to finish off the kill. A 2 versus 2 as Krax is able to call exactly
Minny ultinu.
Nice.
For Gentle Mates, just when you think you see the light at the end of the tunnel, it's oncoming traffic.
Má ultinu taky ten breach.
Taking those jewels on their own terms and conditions. They have Arcade, but that is about all right now. Time ticking down, trading places.
Pata noží. Pata 1G napojil. My fucking goat.
But this time he's got the ult. He does have the ult, but he's got a stinger. Long range won't be good for him.
Nice! Honza otočka, vole. Na Mates kurz 4. Jako Patrik Ušek vydělává peníze, kam se hne. Jako, to je game na peníze, vole. Nedělám si prdel. Ne, Alka ne, jsem to jinxnul.
Strike now missing from the play. 2 versus 4 retake for Gentle Mates to make their dreams come true in this series.
Been able to do it before. I mean, this time it's going to be far too much to ask.
As well, confirming there's nothing topside, the body moving over, but B is where the execution's now prepared. With only 30 seconds left, this is the play that Gentle Mates have to make.
Yep, Yetiji's off angle could
They're running
be
back.
massive. The players, oh, they've walked into the crosshairs. It seems to be a fake, but with time so low, Gentle Mates could possibly cost themselves this round.
Little bit indecisive, but they finally locked it in. But Kamik is back as the highlight, and so if Atta Captain can pluck him away from the rest of the play, then maybe there's a chance that they can shut down this spike plant. It won't happen, and it's Click again with a second to spare.
Mr. Fallen's coming in late from drop, will able to cut off any rotates back from Click, but instead played in by Kamik, although identifies Mr. Fallen's position and gets the advantage.
With him now posted up in dish, there's an extra line of sight, a double up in fact.
This is going to be really hard for FUT to try and get through. Mollies, everything for them to use right now, but no more utility. Rifles have to come out tops. Gentle Mates in prime position to convert this round, and they'll do it.
From the raise to the neon, the defense improved, the attack got worse.
Útězak baby šéf. No, jsem neviděl, jak šli do pátku ještě, ale vím přesně, jak vypadá. To je dobrý play, ale jako častý, tak tam tohle ona sype. Nice. Ne, kámo, ten Xeus prostě. To není hejt. Tinko, to není hejt. Ocenění. 28. 28. Kurva!
And Kana can almost sense it. The jump strafe for the second time of asking. Wide swing and well dealt with. The antidote on the attack side. And Mate, well, they seem to have found it because this is looking like follow-up success.
Looks like it. Spike can go down pretty easily. Thought for a minute, with Xeus taking the solo space in towards A main, he might go for a flank, try and put the main players under pressure. Not gonna happen. Mates in post.
Usually you'd be moving into a pretty strong post plant here with the breach and brim towards Arcade, but without a molly or an aftershock, it's gunfights that they're gonna have to take, and Kamik has one flash to try and get them back in. That's about all for now.
You've also got tail utility.
Máme rakety. Máme rakety.
Towards the spike they go. Kamik gets one. Mr. Fallen and Xeus trying to be massive here, but off of the spike they go forced off, and Mr. Fallen has to win up against 3.
Gentle Mates now.
Dish was explored. This time round, they've placed a cipher trap to gain information. FUT looking to take this pretty straightforward. Going, taking the A site, Zipan and Kamik are the only players there.
And Zipan's position is so struggled here again as the solo site anchor on the Teho. I mean, your work is cut out for you. FUT again exploding onto the scene through sand they go. Click will be telegraphed as soon as he breaks the trap. And with main space secured at the very least, they've got something from which to work, and FUT want to take that fight to them.
Yeah, I don't know if they only think it's just in Neon, but there's more than that. Minny series,
Minny, ty vole!
Minny,
prostě mu říká ten týpek, chápeš? Že nemůže říkat Ičko. Minny, vole. To byl ledový, ty kokot.
Have to see. Opening one up a little early. Yetu take a fire damage. I don't know if Kada would have heard that, but he's certainly looking for the clear here. Time ticking away, burning the wick at both ends. The first of those players is found, but now Kada needs to move on to the spike and get it halved. Hold his nerve in the face of Atta Captain. But with his face check, he sees from them, and the same for Mates, because if they can't close here, then all of a sudden there is serious concern. Moving into our decider, already Zipan chased away from spawn to the
A side they go.
Little success here so far for Mates, and it is heavily telegraphed.
And the fact that they found Minny as well.
Minny, vole.
This is something that Gentle Mates have tried to do a few times, find their way in towards spawn, but instead though, they're going to fight through sand. feeling the pressure a little bit.
Yetu's still the solo player on site, and Click trying to isolate that with the neon wall.
Oh, goes trades even.
OK, Kamik ještě má názor. On nemá ultinu.
Back towards an even playing field right now.
Backing all the way up, Fallen finally gives away his location, but the spike can go in, and Kada has managed to jump up to dish as well. This is an acute reposition, and with the Rolling Thunder in, it's his chance. Maybe to find something off the back of it, but no, falls on deaf ears.
No more utility right now for Gentle Mates.
It is just a fragment on cracks, and that's all.
Je na piču pro oba dva.
Rifles, that's what it comes down to. Winning out these fights. Can Gentle Mates make it a fourth map point potentially? Stun coming back online for Kamik, but Kada, he's been burned. It's now just down to Kamik to try and
oh!
A red bull clutch for Kamik! Lekis knows there's many players there. The stun is so good. So is the
Alečku, okamžitě.
That's a double up. Very quickly turning this on its head. And Yetaji's there to get another. It's just all individuals right now.
Či pamatujete si na Minnyho 1v5 clutch?
Found something which works for them. These A splits.
Yetaji
closer towards the site into the fast lane. Atta will go. He finds his first, but it's quickly traded. They're falling one at a time. A slow crawl into a site held. Kamik returning in another overtime round.
Patrik Hušek svek.
That must make it stick.
Jako, čím víc jsou bene, tím méně kontrolu budou mít.
He's come right back up, repositioning.
And he knows.
Like
he's got to try and play from 10 seconds, and he'll spot it out yet again. Another tap from Minny. Another opportunity. Up Kada from the boxes on site.
Co těbe, on mu tam dal trapu. Za atak mu dal trapu na Gen. Minny!
Kada played in, but he can't stand his ground. 2v1, cracks will fall.
To je nekonečná hra, kámo. To je nekonečný.
As both players start to move to a more aggressive angle.
On má 28 asistů, vidím správně. To děláš prdel, ne? To má nejvíc asistů za 1,5 jsem kdy viděl. Minny, Kadavra. Ne, prostě Kadavra, kámo, nestřílí. To měl tradenout. Klik a Kadavra. Největší jakoby underperformance, to by honest.
This is what it's starting to get to, right? Gentle Mates looking for heroes. And I mean, this is so out of the realms of possibility. There's no way that Zipan can win this one.
But want to be the villain against another of those Ascension teams that want to solidify that guest slot to be the biggest issue right now. No real way to suppress. I mean, the drone. Not in the right position. They've got to converge.
On má nákupy, kdyby si koupil na poslední chvilku si koupil Phantom.
Back in for more fights, finding his second Kada again. This dynamic duo has done enough for the flank to come in.
Oh, Cracks able to finally capitalize, but Kada, the Molly finally let him loose.
Nejdelší hra, jako tier 1. Nejdelší tier 1 hra, nevím, kámo, jaká byla. Ale viděl jsem tak 22-20, plně jsem viděl nějaký zápas.
Yeah, he is on a solo mission though.
Oh,
Mr. Fallen!
Nah, not like this, kámo. 3v2 proti Breachu tyně.
Kamik, the one that separates them from success on the second map.
Kamik, 36 kg, pojď.
Kamik has been so good so far. Time and
34 na Breachovi, kámo.
Can he get two more?
No Tavru, ne, tam nemáš fair duel, kámo.
A heartbreaking way to crash out of the second
to nebyl dobrý move, kámo, i do Tavru.
My to musí vyhrát. Finish out the first pistol. Really shoring up some of these defensive rounds from the end of Fracture onto Lotus now.
Behind the Viper wall. Ashes, in fact, no, they're not going to use any utility. Just get away. The Paranoia back in spot on. It's a quick trade by Click, and Xeus finally found out.
That's the thing too. Xeus needing to hit shots. Mr. Fallen doing it without even exchanging glances to the players. They drop through the screen. This A execute's going to accelerate. It's a 3v3 on site.
Another one in which we've seen both teams trying to go at it, but it's FUT that's coming out
To je
on top.
mega chill,
Spike in no man's land. Kamek having to cross 2 players before he can even collect it. He has time to work with, but instead, no, doesn't want to go elsewhere. He wants the fights.
The rotation
is great as well. They have such strong positions to hold the site.
When Kamek arrives on the scene, he needs another multi-kill here, and it's just not happening these rounds.
Nedáš náhodou ten vlak jako stejně peněz, kámo, jak za letadlo, když to jako... Nebo se jako blízko k sobě to má, ale ty vlaky jsou drahý jak piča. Tady by se koupil týden předem, ale...
Falling down to the hands of Click. That's a brilliant double on a round where mates have next to no investment.
That's the big thing, though. There is still rifles in which FUT can find a way to win. That's the other thing. And right now, it seems as if they're wanting to try and protect these rifles.
Brilliant poison orb as well from Kada to just continue impose the threat. The question mark space separated between B. We've seen the door used by FUT several times to try and link up the play. Between the two remaining defenders right now, that will be the objective, as it's the dimensional drift to separate them. Should be called in, but Yetu's found 2, and now there's a chance for Ata Captain.
There's always a chance when there's a FUT player on the other side.
Barte, vole, abych tě tam jakoby nesejmul v té Paříži.
It's going to be held. The steps coming through. Ata Captain taking his timing.
In this situation, with the odds stacked against you, Ata Captain will try his luck. Throw his hat in the ring, he's walked around the side, that's Kamek core. The flash hasn't worked out!
300 třeba, jako se to bylo last minute, ale stejně, vole.
I mean, the Spike's still not really committed as to what they want to do. Many players on the site.
They have the info, they had the players, they were blinded, but still FUT are in position.
Oh my god!
One at a time!
Kámo, co se děje, chlapi?
Into a communal grave. Kada has been noted, but it means next to nothing by now. Defensive half a little bit as well.
Minny má roli v týmu kapitán IGL a Sentinel.
We'll have to wait for.
A trenér. Ne, trenér, ne, to byl
game yesterday, BBL Liquid, like, things get out of control very quickly, and after that laboured last match.
Jak rozehráli ty Turci, kámo, ne?
Especially for a player like Click, who takes a fight like that, and that's all you get in the round. That's your involvement.
At the same time, though, I
mean, Click do tier 2, kamaráde, to.
From the other round, right? Like, I mean, maybe you could. They're just thinking, right? Let's see if I can try and get something from it. At the same time, though,
jsem neviděl od Clicka normálně nějaký raw duel entry. Dal entry s tou Veiley, když nadešoval někam, když mu někdo flashl, nebo nabejtil, ale jakoby raw 1v1. Jsem ho ještě neviděl odevřít. Čeho to všichni vysírají, kámo, až na miniho.
Again, it's another locker player who's going to be late to the party.
Chudák Kamik, vole. Takovou formou, typičkům. Čím jak má formu ten Kamik.
So it doesn't really matter. And to be honest, I think the main takeaway from the round here is that Gentle Mates understand 1A, so I think Cracks has to be careful in how he plays this. Already you can see him go up the rope and concede the space. It's the same setup from the defenders yet again. Mates will be aware of this in the gun round. Can they bring some fresh ideas to the table?
Nightfall. Clear in the backside. Players trying to get out towards heaven, and Click's done so well to get a double here.
And that's exactly what you've got to do. No one's played Pit the last few rounds, so Click stepping up to the plate has 2 kills, which now set them up.
Looking to burn Click, making him play on site, try and waste a little bit of time, and they're trying to spam him out. You can see that, but he's got a timing, and that's 3 in the round right now. He's done so well and put mates in a prime position. There's no way that they can lose this, and this man right now on for the ace.
Work on it, see a site which they have struggled with, not in terms of taking it, but defending it once the spike goes down. It's the Rolling Thunder invested this time, as Mr. Fallen looks to make a play off the back of it, profit off it can't. Kada with one onto Yetajay. Mates trading out effectively here. Numbers in their favor as Fallen still stands on the other side of the site as it begins to collapse. The smoke is up, but the spike's not down. Oh, you just saw it coming! You saw it coming! Kada's dropped and the pit goes with it. Gentle Mates will make an exit.
Gonna be forced out, embarrassed. It's really unfortunate. Things just not going your way.
Bych žila v ní době, třeba ve starým Egyptě.
Same time, no, they're being given plenty of space here by FUT to get that spike down.
Cover going out.
The huge difference this time is that you can set up your A post plant however you like, because you know that this one is open for the taking.
Arc Rose will eventually come online for Minny. That's the other thing to know.
And this is such an open plant too, planted on the corner. So, you know, Minny could be back so far as Hobbit, or taking those extra steps forward to fight FUT.
As the Arc Rose doesn't want to use it, would rather play heads up gun first.
Minny!
Just goes and wins it.
B main control early, but there hasn't really been any pressure from Gentle Mates outside of
A, so
already FUT have an idea where the execute's going to be
Kamik vypadá víc jak ten zlej, ten šavlozubej. Jak jsem v prvním díle fightil s nima, Diego. Ten starý, ten šavlozubej. Zarostlej.
But at the same time though, Gentle Mates are really taking their time getting this spike down, worried about whether FUT are going to come straight back in, and it's allowed for them to settle and get in towards this retake position.
And now Zipan with the paranoia partnered with Click, an opportunity again for him to look for a fight. Still, Mates without blood on their hands. Down by a player, FUT in position, no ground has been garnered. Click finally on the score sheet in this one as he opens his account into the corner. The flank is dealt with. Mates doing a decent job, but Decent won't quite cut it. As Krax and Yetajay have made their way back onto the site, it's Kada in the corner. He steps to the side and finds yet another kill.
Vždycky jsem věřil. Vždycky jsem věřil, kámo. To se neboj. Celou dobu jsem myslel, že vyhraje ten clutch. Nikde nehraje ty doby kuličko, si dává si pauzu, ale...
Into the anchors that they possess, but like, look, why should you be concerned with what Xeus is doing? That's his own business, and right now, it's the killing business that he's in. Gun for hire, gets 2 kills. And so Gentle Mates are right back to the drawing board. This round has been fully reset.
Jak je první?
Seen them in times, maps before.
Ukáž, kolik má killů?
Been able to fight back in. I mean, they won a 2v4 and Fracture, for
má takový jeden kill víc než to, ne? U Minny je hrozný hater default skin, by the way. Já jsem taky vždycky období, kde hraju defaultní skin. Nějak nabarvený, ale teda aspoň. Má Ace Bulldogem, mu ho vzal.
Cross that bridge when we get to it. For now, it's the dimensional drift to start paving the way towards the seaside.
2025.
Right now, there's a potential trap that could be triggered.
Česká republika.
There's an omen, but instead they'd rather wait. No, they're going straight in.
Yeah, well, it's an A
Můžeme
setup
nebýt rasisti, prosím,
literally
děkuji.
just Kamik left here to try and sell it, and finally it feels like Gentle Mates might have been able to pull off a fake, except this time it is right from the spawn barrier.
We're going into the Cypher setup.
Arc Rose doesn't catch on to anybody, and so Krax has a strong angle from
which to play. The
paranoia cutting up.
Protože Minny první. Po několikátý jde Minny první. A ty boti ho prostě nejsou schopný tradenout. To je crazy, vole. To je crazy work, jak jsou špatný, vole. A nechaj Minnyho jít prvního, kámo, co to je za pičovinu, kámo? Fixnout. I can fix her, kámo.
There is no sentinel here to support him. The stun, not quite enough, gets around the corner.
A little bit of discipline, doesn't want to go any further. But Yetajay through the smoke grabs Kada.
Such a cheeky kill, but could make all of the difference into the
retake. On normálně nehraje frenzy, že jo? Oni normálně nehraje tu frenzy.
FUT finding all of the kills on this final pistol round of the series. They might just have won both on Lotus, and with that, where do Mates go? What do they do? Choose on pretty soon, because the A play tested, not fully called. Actually, this is going to set up even better for B, because it's a shorter rotation.
Says, well, Mr. Fallen has taken a lot of space as well.
Players
swinging out, trades to be had, and well, it's all about getting that spike plant eventually. FUT not happy with how comfortable they could possibly be on the site, so they're taking their time, tapping the spike, baiting out peaks. As we said, dotting their I's, crossing their T's, and paying attention to the finer details.
Yeah, and FUT now have great space towards Hobbit as well, so there's a crossfire set up for the players trying to get out from upper.
No, they come out, they walk straight into the crossfire. That will be 11. They're getting one step closer.
The time of day, you wouldn't think so.
Already. Ellie pick coming through. Zipan getting rid of Xeus, a big one to get rid of.
Etc.
And being able to defend the A side. With that, a quick pivot towards C.
It's an upgrade, and it's also FUT pushing into the setup.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was going to say. Need to be careful of the repossession. Minny should know this, but that takes a step too far. Allows that C side to be completely open by AtaCaptain.
It's a bit of discipline here from FUT. They're not overstepping the mark as the Nightfall gets invested. Just making sure they can play this one comfortably, and well, the tether landing on 2 players means that AtaCaptain has a free kill almost effectively, but I mean he's just fighting out solo. AtaCaptain,
nice, díky bohu, že dal ace aspoň. To, co má za line-up na reveal, že nejde zničit ze zhora, what the fuck. To byl like book. Čum jako má formu teďko.
AtaCaptain again. Into spawn this time, player
tak kdo ho tam vystral, ty vole, kadavra.
He'll win the duel at the very least, and yeah, FUT dropped all the way back to a much deeper line behind this smoke. It's Click's time to shine, and he's only gonna get one. One is not enough.
No tohle je blbý,
Now into be Minny standing alone in the middle of sight, goes through the wall but walks into Mr. Fallen, able to win that fight out, but cracks is able to carry now into a 1v1 on map point.
This has been his map so far, his series, dare I say. So it's the Swede that must save Gentle Mates at this point in time. A full utility belt to work with back into the retake. An ult if he wants to go so far, but instead
it's Cracks that'll take the fight to him.
It's a 1v1, which Cracks will win, and FUT winning the series.